everyone, Maury Curtis Dunbar here. Welcome back to Painted Studio on a beautiful summer afternoon. Yesterday, we're going to kind of jump right into stuff. Yesterday, we foiled and painted, hang on, let me reach and grab it, and gilded one of our mannequins, which I love. I'm just in love with how this came out. And I finally figured out who this guy looks like. If you ever saw the movie Prometheus, this looks like one of the guys from Prometheus. That's been bugging me. I've been trying to figure it out for a couple years, and now I suddenly understand what it is. By the way, I'm over here playing with my iPad so that I can see comments and everything when somebody pops in. Hey, Rosie, nice to see you here. Okay, so we're going to do the other three mannequins that we painted yesterday. I have applied foil adhesive to all of them. We are using our Artsyville foil adhesive. Yes, I know this is not the Artsyville jar. This is poured off from a gallon, but I always label everything so that I know what I've got. You know how many jars of white stuff otherwise I'd have on my shelves? So if you're going to pour off like I do in your own studio, make sure to label it, not just the jar you're using, label all the jars that you might be pouring into, because otherwise you get jars and jars of stuff and you have no idea what's in them. All right, so I'm gonna flip it down here and we're gonna go working on some of our mannequins. Okay, so this one I painted with champagne toast set coat, matte metallic set coat, and we applied our Artsyville foil adhesive, and it has been curing for well over an hour. And so the color I want to do over this with the foil is what is a spotted champagne. I forgot what this is called for a second. I lost my memory. So I'm going to do a little spotted champagne on this. Let me grab my scissors, because this is a nice undercolor with this. The only other colors I would have used would have been darker browns or black, so that when the breakthrough shows, it's more dramatic. And breakthrough is, when I talk about breakthrough, I'm talking about the areas where the foil or the stuff doesn't adhere and it breaks through, so you have a more rustic release, which is what we're gonna have. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go over the back of this. Why? So I can lie it down on its back while I do the rest of this. So I'm grabbing my spotted champagne, and I've got my little scrubber. These are nail brushes that 3M makes that look like scrub brushes. And I like these better than a regular nail brush because the bristles are shorter and stiffer. These are heavy-duty nail brushes that look like floor scrub brushes. Hey Desiree, nice to see you here. So let me come in, let me give this a little scrub down the back. We're gonna have some really nice release and some really iffy release because of the way the texture is on this thing. All right, so a little broken up back there, but that's fine. I just want to set this down now on here so that I can do this side and you can see what I'm doing a little better. And the reason I'm doing that is my parchment paper is kind of sticky from all the foil adhesive and everything that we've been using. So it made more sense just to put a piece of foil under there so that if it sticks to it, it releases. And I get something positive happening instead of something that'll annoy me. All right, I'm rolling it a little bit towards me just so I can see it. Oh, I know my foil is folded. That doesn't matter. This is just the backing. I've already done a little on the back. I'm gonna leave it there. It's no big deal. I'm gonna put this, first I'm gonna work it over the face. And then down here on the collar. And again, foil adhesive and foils like heat, so I like to rub my hands on stuff. It looks like I'm assaulting them, yes I know, but what it really does is it warms everything so you get a better release. And V-mask foils are very easy release, almost to the point where it looks a little dusty. when you pull the foil off. So sometimes you have to give it a little burnish to get the little extra flakes off. All right, let's see how we look here. Oh, the face came out nicely. Let's get back in here, do a little more detail. I don't know how many of these will get done today for you all to see, but I'm liking the way these are coming out. And like I said, these are mine. These were actually in my living room, and if you saw how they looked yesterday, that you know they looked a little like creepy Halloween statues, and my family was tired of the creepy statuary. So I brought it in here, decided to make it look a little more glamorous. Get in there, come on, get in. I'm going into the eye crevices and stuff, and I have to get in there with my fingernails, otherwise it doesn't go in. Go. A little more up here on the head. So when your colors are very close together like this, the breaks in the foil are harder to see, which is good for the most part. It can be a little bit of a challenge if you need to find those breaks to fill them. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I like how that's coming out. Oh, that's making me very, very happy. Okay, let's get this under the chin and around the neck. Again, I'm not going all the way up to that line because I don't want to have any seams. So while it looks like I've got it pressed down tight there, I do not. It's very, very lightly applied. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's see what I've got here. Get back into this chest area. Let me move my other guys back so that this foil does not stick to them in a manner that I hadn't planned for. I love how these are coming out. I am so pleased with this. Okay, let's get a little bit right there. All these really weird textures and edges, they're all part of the design. So you have to embrace them and make that something that works for you. All right, that one's pretty well used up. All right, pull that off of there now. I think I've gotten pretty much everything stuck off of it that I can. Let's get this part of the neck and this part of the collar. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. That's where I had a little fold right there. So fill that in. So, I mean, just look how pretty that looks already. Right, let me move it this way so I can get to this side of the neck and everything. Oh yeah, that's coming out great. Oh, I'm so pleased. Yes, I did just stick my finger in her ear. Get that shoulder right there. Okay. Let's get the back of the head and the shoulders and the back of that neckline. Okay. Oh yeah, this is coming out great. I'm so happy. Keep putting more foil on the head, and then we'll get to the body. And we'll do that more completely. Right now I want to get the head first. Keep going and getting all of the little details here first. Little dancer's bun on her head. Okay. Getting there. We're working our way around the skull. And we got a little spot on the top to deal with. I am doing the body part, the bodice in the same color. Yesterday I gilded one part of one. If I do that, I'm gonna have to go check my golds and silvers to see which ones would look good with this, because I don't, you know, composition gold leaf, I don't have a ton of colors in that. So I'm working on it in my head. I'm figuring these things out. I might not have a real answer on that until tomorrow, when I open my leaf box and figure out what I've got. So again, look how great that looks. I am just so pleased. Let's see if there's a little more foil into her eye over here. There we go. All right, get a little more of our spotted champagne foil. Now this, just so everybody understands, these foils, the V-mask foils, are not fabric friendly. Do not try to put them on clothing. They will not hold up. That's not what these are designed for. All right, let's lay this down. Oh, I love this. Gold foil. Desiree, I'm not sure what you're asking me about, is if I would switch to gold foil on the body of this instead of this color foil. I could do that, but it wouldn't be that much more dramatic. This has gold leaf on it, and it pounced down into all of those crevices, whereas the foil being on a film does not do that as easily. It's not as easy to get into little tiny nooks and crannies like a leaf is. So I'm still working out in my head how I'm going to do them. And honestly, I need to go and take a look at my gilding supplies and see if I have anything that works the way I want it to for this look. If I don't, then I won't. And this is what I was talking about with broken release. If you look up close, you're going to see that the foil doesn't go all the way down into that basket weave. It just sort of sits on the top. That's nothing new. That's not unexpected. But that's also why I came back in after I had done the foil on the other one and released, put down some composition leaf. more on here. And this is why the base color too is so important. Can you imagine how awful this would look with plain white under it? It would look like an afterthought. But because I used a champagne color underneath it, it all looks homogeneous. It looks like it belongs to be this way, which is my goal. Okay, there we go. Let's see what I can get on my back of this here. Or if I'm gonna need a little more, I don't know yet. This is the only thing I can tell you. I could scrub it in a circle and it wouldn't matter at all, because you're not seeing my scrubbing pattern as I put this on here, because there's so much texture already on this thing. Let's get this side. I'm going to use this again, and then I'll probably cut another small fresh piece just to kind of go over where I've used this broken apart piece. Okay, let me grab one more little piece to go over this. Yeah, like I said, Desiree, the foil, you're seeing how it is going on the surface, and it doesn't go into as deeply the crevices. So I'm mentally working out exactly how I want this all to play out. And some of it, like I said, depends on when I go into my gold leaf supplies, what I have. It's not a big deal. When I don't find what I want the first time, I come up with another idea. I am always working on plan A, B, and C at the same time. I knew I could get a little more metal on here, because it's still very sticky. It's just not sticky right on the surface. It's sticky down in the crevices. But again, look how gorgeous. Look at that beautiful spotted champagne, which gives it the antique and aged look. Just going down into the collar of this with my fingernail. I mean, you know, this went from creepy to very elegant. So we're gonna set that one aside. And let's throw that paper to the wind over here. And we're gonna do our next guy. Now he is based in metallic, set coat metallic true brown. And we're going to go and do him in V-mask in muted gold. I thought that would be a nice rich color to do this with. And again, using V-Mask on all of these, V-Mask is absolutely 100% not fabric friendly. It'll apply, that's not the problem. The problem is it doesn't hold up, and nobody likes that. All right, so I'm gonna take the muted gold, stick it down the back, get some basic application here so I can lay it on its back. So let's give it a little scrub. Okay, let's take this little piece, stick it down on the back here too. Works just fine. Okay, now I'm laying it on its back. Again, doesn't matter that I have all this foil folded up around it weird. I'm just gonna take it, use it to foil whatever I can reach it with, and peel some of it back, and we're gonna use some more foil. But this allows me to set this down on its back and know that I'm actually doing something that helps the piece, like foiling it, before I roll it back over. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that muted gold with such a pretty color. Look at how pretty that looks on there. And it's very soft and very elegant looking. All right, let's get a little more here. Let's start working on the front. You can see I'm working my facial features with my fingers, moving all over the face, working down to the ears. And again, rubbing with my fingers because the foils like the warmth. And one of the cool things with V-Mask that you don't see as easily with other foils is that when it starts to release, you get sort of a whitish cast to things, whereas where it's still stuck, it's darker. So this will tell you that your foil is starting to release really nicely on your surface. Okay, let's pull it back. Oh, wow. That looks really nice. I like that very much. Much more orangey on this background color than I had expected, but I like it. Eye sockets. Okay. Get down to the neckline here a little bit. That can go over there. Let us foil the front of the bodice. And then I can roll it over and work on the back. Stuck to the paper. Papers are sticking to things. I'm sticking to things. Everything's rolling around in a crazy way. I guess that means it's Friday. I don't know what you all have planned for tonight and for your weekend, but tonight I get to go see a dear friend gallery show, who I'm very excited about. I haven't seen one of her shows in several years now because of COVID and the studio and everything else, so we're finally making an outing tonight. Oh, that's pretty. Look how pretty that looks on there. Okay, let's start peeling some of this back. Some of this covered. That's pretty, 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 pretty. Thought that looked a little dull right there, so let's roll this way now. Roll it onto the back. Yes, it does look copperish, Desiree. For the fact that it's muted gold, if this is on a flat surface, you see much more of the variations in the color in this foil. But being on something more dimensional with a textured surface, you see a little less of all that. Whoops, sorry, dumped my elbow on tape. You see a lot less of that variegation, because if you look at this up close, you can see there's a lot of different textures and colors in this. But it is, this is one of my favorite foils. I did my desktop behind me in this. Okay, come on. Let's get this part. There. Don't forget to get behind the ears. I love this color. Hi Gracie, nice to see you here. And then let's go over this way. Now I missed a little spot with foil adhesive, so what am I gonna do? I'll put more on there and it'll be fine. I just fixed the spot I missed. On top of this head. Oh, that just does leave such a beautiful color. All right, let's get in here. Again, I'm not burnishing the edge, so I don't have a perfectly straight line and a seam that I don't want to see in my foil. But I love, between our Artsyville foil adhesive and the quality of release from our foils, I gotta tell you, foiling has become, I used to hate doing this, and this is before you all ever saw me do a video, because the foil adhesives and the foils were not terribly compatible. I did a little foil in my house on something, and it took 4 layers to get any kind of reasonable coverage. Well, I didn't have the Artsyville foil adhesive then, and I sure wish that it had been available, because I spent a lot of time trying to fix something that could have been done in one pass had I had a good adhesive. Okay, let's stick here. Let's see, did I miss under the chin? It feels a little like I missed under the chin. And then there's over here. And now we got to get this side. And there we go. Just going in and putting a little more in some spots. I really, really like how that came out. And again, this beautiful goldy coppery color. The body is a little deeper because it had the brown underneath, and eventually I'll figure out how I'm going to handle the texture here, but that's for another day. Why do I keep feeling a big sticky spot? Because there is a big sticky spot that I missed. I missed under his ear. I didn't miss behind his ear. I missed under it for a change. Because that's who I am. If it's got to do with an ear, I'm going to miss it somewhere. There we go. All right, and here is our last one. And you can see it's a silver color, so I decided to do our antique mirror foil. And I don't know how this is going to come out, but I hope I like it. This was actually the hardest one to pick because BMAS doesn't do a lot of really silvery patterns, and I kind of struggled to find one that worked with this color, so I'm hoping I'm going to like this. And I'm sure I'm going to like it. I'm just hoping it goes with the rest of them, because this is a little shinier than some of the others that I used today. Down the back. Now I can turn it this way. Let's see how this is going to release and if I'm going to be happy or annoyed. A little tester spot right there. That's pretty good. A little shinier than I was liking, but you know what? I can work with it. I wanted something like this that was just a little more matte, so it kind of had the same matteness as the other foils. But I think I'm all right with this. I think I'm going to like this. Let's see how it goes. Oh, the face is nice. It's a little hard for you all to see, but it's got some nice speckle to it. I'll hold this up close as soon as I get some more of this on here, so you can get a better view of it, because right now you'd be seeing mostly silver set coat and not enough of the foil. to show you the head now. There is a lovely gold dapple to this that really makes it pretty. Oh, I'm very happy. Hey Mindy, nice to see you here. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so let's take a little more of this. Go around the chin and the neck. See what I've missed here, which will be plenty. And always remember, it's the pretty side up. The not so pretty side lays down to the adhesive. That's good. Oh, that's good. Get a little back here. Originally, when foils were created, they were not created for the decorative painting and crafting industries. What they're actually for is hot release on paper or fabrics, depending on what it is you're using and what type of foil. And so adhesives then had to be created that would allow us to use these, because the idea is that this stuff would be used with heat, as in it would be hot stamped onto a surface. So if you'd ever seen a novel, a murder mystery novel that had a bright metallic drop of blood, or a shiny sword, or something along those lines on the front, it is done with foil and heat versus foil and adhesive. So now we've got the Artsy Bill foil adhesive, which is truly the best I've ever used. It's why I carry it. I have used every brand on the market, cheap, expensive, whatever. This gets me the results I want every time. And that's part of it, is having consistency is a big deal in this kind of thing. It's not going to help you if the first time you use it, it works beautifully, and the second time it doesn't work at all. Oh, that's so pretty. So, so pretty. All right, let's get up at this neckline. Gorgeous. Got to go behind the ear, like always. I appreciate you spending your Friday afternoon with me for a little while. Again, a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, we recommend you go to our website, paintedstudio.com, sign up for emails. We rarely send emails out, but when we do, there's often a discount in it or an announcement that is special just to our email customers. I will send stuff out only to people on the email list. That's part of the benefit of signing up for stuff like that. Also, we have a YouTube channel. Painted has its YouTube channel, so if you are having trouble finding a video on here, go over to YouTube. It should be there. And heck, if you want to have some fun, I even have a TikTok account. Which, by the way, I still think I'm too old for the TikTok account. Some of the stuff that happens on TikTok, I watch it, I'm like, really? Okay, let's get a little foil adhesive up on the head. Sorry, I'm moving them off screen. So I have a little bald spot back here. I'll have to put some more foil adhesive on and touch that up tomorrow. I know, shocker. I paint 4 things, I might have missed a spot. Let's go right here. I have a feeling this was the spot I had my finger in that I forgot to foil it, put the adhesive on after I took my finger off while I was using it to support this. I do things like that. It happens. Get behind her ear. Hardly a crisis. Just get a little more foil adhesive on, put it on that spot, you're good to go. Okay, just need one more little piece of this and then we're done with this one. Whew, I'm a little warm right now. All of a sudden the temperature started rising in here. It's that time of the day where all of a sudden it gets hot in the studio. Last little spots that I can see. That collar line right here. And then let's lie it back down. I have another spot to get over on this side. Okay, I gotta roll it a little towards me so I can see it. I'm sorry that it's not exactly in you all, in the line of viewing easily for you all, but if it's not where I can see it, it doesn't get done. More time back on the front here. Just want to see if I can scrub a little more foil into the openings. There we go. I knew there were some spots that would grab a little more. And there we go. Here is our last one. These are so pretty. If I wanted to tone down the foil, I would glaze it. I would use we have Artsyville glaze, or I would use one of the Faux Effects glazes, mix it with a little asphaltum transoxide, which is a very organic brown color, and I would just glaze the whole thing and it would tone down the shine. Now the other thing I could do is if the issue was I wanted it to stay like this but look less shiny, I'd put a satin top coat on here and then maybe mix my satin with the dull and dull down the surface. So there's options and ways to do it. I like this though. I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. So I'm gonna set these all up on the table behind me so you all can see them. Just a second and then I'll point the camera to them. Oh, these came out great. Very pleased. Alrighty, here's the last one. Put it on and then I'm gonna put the camera up and over so you can see them all. Up, sorry for my hand, whoops. And then, oh great, the camera flipped. That happens. If I have this tip over, it will flip on me. So that's what it's doing right now, and it's not going to give you a great picture, so I'm going to have to take a picture and show you the rest. But there we go. There are the 4 statues. I love it. I'm sorry that we went sideways at the, oh no, they're showing up straight for you. They're just showing crooked for me. Great, great, great. Okay, so now you can see them over here. We have antique mirror here, muted gold next on the right. Then the second from the left is gold fossil with some composition leaf on it, and the one all the way to the far left is our, what the heck is it that? That is the spotted champagne. So there's lots of options. I still will deal with some stuff with these bodices to give it a little more bling. Otherwise, the one that has the gold bodice looks a little odd. And I still say the guy with the gold bodice, he looks an awful lot like the guy from Prometheus. All right, everyone, let me flip this back over this way so you can see me. It's been a great day. Thank you all for popping in. I appreciate it more than I can tell you. And yeah, we're going to have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. So I got to flip the hair off the neck. I'm hot. Have a great one, everyone. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.